revolution often starts with the simplest idea. When Steve Jobs wanted to give computing powers to people who didn't have any experience with computers and didn't really want to possess such a knowledge, he promoted us from the clumsy technology of central computing and code interfaces into the light development of Mac and iPhone. His ideas forever changed the way we perceive technology. Now that poses a question. It is obvious that we have developed an emotional relationship with technology all around us. All of you that has phones here, just run a quick Bluetooth scan and see how many devices around you has actual human names. But can that technology have an emotional relationship with us? The concept I would like to talk to you about today is called Emotional Technology Intelligence, or ETQ. It starts way back in the past, when everything we care about was the IQ of the person, talking about Albert Einstein. Later on, as we grew up as human beings, we started to understand the value of our emotions, and IQ shifted to EQ, emotional intelligence. ETQ takes that emotional wisdom that we all contain within us and help us utilize it in a better way with the technological environment around us. The concept itself derives out of affective computing. For those who doesn't know, just as a quick note, affective computing is a computing that deliberately influences and interacts with emotions or other emotional phenomena. The twist with ETQ is that it's not looking at technology as an external part of who we are, but it's rather try to utilize our emotional brain in the environment around us and try to take that environment and make it as an extension of our bodies. It creates spaces that are not longer governed by a fixed internal architecture. But before we continue to climb up, here's the question. How many of you ever felt in love? I didn't expect. How many of you ever felt so frustrated you felt you're going to explode? I have OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. It's a minor case, yet here and there I find myself occupied in a compulsive behavior that I'm not aware of. It can be a twist of the nose, irrational blinking of the eyes, or my inability to go to sleep before my wife screams at me, Aric, the doors are locked, the oven is shut down, and the fridge is closed. It bugged me. A few years ago, I started to look about my compulsive behaviors. I reversed engineer an action to my hand, to my brain, to my subconscious, just to realize that behind every action I had, every compulsion, there was a hidden emotion. That amazed me. My actions are triggered by my emotions. It opened a new world of research for me, emotions. And even so, there are so many things to tell about that one. Two things captured me the most. The first thing, emotions never evolved with time. Our thought patterns became more sophisticated. Our ability to look and develop reality all around us became more and more advanced. But for the last, and let's scope it, 5,000 years, even so, we looked at them at every discipline, artistic, philosophic, physiologic, and digest them to their smallest components. Our emotions, they stayed the same. The second thing is that they're all equal between all of us. Woman, man, long, short, young and old. When 5,000 years ago someone felt love, it's the exactly same emotion as we feel today. That made me think, damn, we are so much more alike than we actually realize. How can we use that to make life simpler, less complicated, at work, at home, with friends, with colleagues, with our kids? The first challenge is to come up with better ways to analyze and capture our emotional value. Our brain is this amazing machine. It contains both serial and parallel processors. It's the perfect machine to fulfill and drive all of our doodads. We are able to capture 11 million bits of information from the surrounding around us. Yet, our conscious mind is aware to only 4,000 of them. very small percentage. Our intentions, and therefore our actions, our triggers, are hidden between these 11 million bits of information. Interesting experiment is run by DARPA. DARPA was asked to come with the better ways to help fighter pilots to understand if the target that they see in front of them is real target or a false target. See, until today, the system has two components. It has a high-speed camera that takes 810 images per minute, and an algorithm that analyzes the images to identify potential targets. The system is working good, too good. And most of the calls that the pilots are getting are false calls because the algorithm is not able to identify if it's a real target or just a bird. DARPA took another approach. He said, hey, we have this computer. Why not use it? But it's a little bit hard to ask an operator or a fighter pilot to view 810 images per minute and to analyze them. So they developed a sensor network that sits on top of inside the helmet, touching the pilot head. And they are projecting 10 images per second on the helmet, on the glass. Too fast for the conscious minds to be able to see. But the subconscious is able to grab and analyze and identify what is a target. When the sensor captures that our brain is putting more attention on a specific image, that image is being sent to another algorithm to verify. They raise the ability to identify real target from 49% to 91%. We will never be able to experience that system. But I do, but I'm not a fighter pilot. Shy, I never had this choice. Interesting enough, in the last 2 years, we see a leap from the pharmaceutical and military dungeons into the consumer leaps. More and more technologies enable us to try and test what does it mean to work with brainwaves. Developer groups from all around the world, not academic, developers, are developing computer games. And hell, in Japan, you can buy today bunny ears that can react to your environment if you are happy or sad. And the next thing is a tail. But of course, what else can come from Japan? Using that technology, we're able today to identify 7 different clusters of emotion that happen in real time around us. By importing, connecting that value to ETQ, we can bring a new look on how man and machine can become even closer. And at the core, it doesn't really rely on physical dexterity. Let's try something. Close your eyes, and I promise I will still be on stage when you open them. Close your eyes and take your index finger and place it in the middle of your forehead. Now pay attention. How does it feel? How does it feel when your finger touches your forehead? How does it feel when your forehead touches your finger? Is your finger cold or warm? Is your skin oily or dry? Do you feel the pulse in the tip of your finger? Do you feel the pulse in your forehead? How does it feel when the two meet? Quickly remove the finger and replace it with your iPhone or Android. Doesn't feel the same. But imagine if it could. Think about an environment that can really feel how you feel, and construct yourself around your emotional needs, using your feelings to uncomplicate it and enhance your life, to build a simpler reality around you. One of my favorite examples is a car that knows how you drive, that can feel how you drive. My wife drags me 3 times a year to Oslo. Not willingly, I have to say. The first time, I'm also coming from Israel, driving to Oslo, damn, this is fun. The second time it was okay. The third time I was bored. When you're driving and you have 4 kids in the back seat, and everyone is sleeping, of course, When you're bored, that makes you introvert. Introvert makes you less focused. Less focus doesn't make you a really good driver. Imagine a car that can capture the boredness. Boredom, to be bored, that's a feeling. And suggest an alternative path. It's unlocking 75 horsepower in the car, pushing you to accelerate, depending on the road conditions. As you accelerate, the steering wheel becoming smaller. The chassis is becoming harder. And a spoiler is popping up in the end of your car. Your old, family, boring car just became something else. Became the Batmobile. You feel the adrenaline rush. Adrenaline makes you more aware, makes you more focused, makes you a better driver. I love to drink coffee, I love to go to coffee houses. What I don't like is when I'm going with my friends to a coffee house and we would like to have an intimate conversation, I feel like I'm sitting in the middle of a beehive. Imagine a room that can grasp the idea that you're looking for a quiet place, and using electrostatic speakers and light modes to deliver that space, to isolate you from the rest of the beehive. But how does it all work? ETQ has two components. The first one are smart sensors of natural interaction. It's holographic controls, it's brainwave scanners, it's hand gestures, and so on. The second part is a unique set of behavioral human algorithms. When they are combined together, they create a sub-conceptual model, an area which gives us the ability to shape our reality together with us at any given moment. It's create an adaptive experience that can balance between what we want in life and what we need in life. We all have needs and we all have wants. The needs that the ETQ are targeting are very simple, are subconscious metabolic requirements that exist within all of us. They need to eat, they need to sleep, they need to eat to feel in love. The wants are the self-exploration of life. They are individual. If we put it in a very, very simple word, we are creating a stage. ETQ is creating a stage. And we are standing in the middle, and the stage is constantly, it's an ecosystem that is rotating around you and help us to feel technology in a whole new way. You know, we are spending 28 years of our life sleeping, 8.9 years watching TV, and 4 unbelievable years we are spending taking the fork to the mouth. 4 years we are spending eating. I have no doubt that the Homo technologicus human of the future, the advanced technological human, will be proud of interfaces that can help him sleep less and do more, and deliver all of the energy value via a small magic pill that is very easy to swallow. I needed one of these this morning, I can tell you that. But I would like to suggest another path, another route. ETQ can help us become not the Homo technologicus human, but the poly-emo technologicus. The person that has the ability to mirror his emotional value to the surrounding environment and create a true synergy between us and what is out of us. Not to teach technology how to think and feel like us, but rather pave bypass roads that deliver equal value to thinking and feeling. You know, originally this is where I wanted to stop. And my friends, they listened to it 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, said, Aric, what's the punchline? You cannot stop here. You need to give one message. What's the punchline? Funny enough, it is my belief that if we love our iPhone today, in 5 years, our iPhone will love us back. Thank you.